All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to more Black Desert. So we're doing a throwback. We're at Hystria again. I know in a few weeks they're gonna be buffing the spot, and they're basically making the trash loot worth more, which I think is overall a good thing. But ever since I got my compass, I haven't been here, and I just felt like I wanted to come back, and that's weird. But anyway, so we're gonna do an hour, and yeah, let's see what it's all about. Did they move to Marni realm here? I don't actually remember, but anyway, we're just gonna go grind for an hour and see what happens. It's been a while since I haven't used all the buffs, so yeah, fun stuff. Just here at Hystria again, without to worry about having to go get a compass piece. And another thing is that if you are grinding in here, there's a lot of, it's actually worth doing right now. And if you grind here, I would probably recommend going here with Agris, because like even if you are over clearing and everything, you basically make like 300 mil in trash alone, and then the rest of your silver comes in from like Capris and then the Tungrad accessory drops. So I remember back in the day here. But yeah, I think they moved to Marni realm, because I don't know where it is now. It would have popped up, I assume. But this is where it was before. This is something I actually needed to be here again for, because I wanted more scrolls so I could get more mem frags, so when we do our next enhancing session, that's gonna help. I do wonder where the Marni realm is. Oh, is it here now? Wait, how come that only pops up here? But yeah, it's a lot of, feels good to be done, but at the same time, I think this part, or this place, is actually really chill, especially if you're into like the 240 plus AP range. You know, there's like basically no risk of dying even if you go AFK. And if I got a second Elton piece, I would actually go for a second compass, because I have so many bodkins that what was the last one at Ackman? Yeah, that piece, that actually didn't take that long at all compared to Hystria, or the Elton one in particular. So to give you an idea, this is my other stuff. I have like 8 other bodkin pieces. I thought I was gonna be the next Reddit meme, and it was like, have you seen those screenshots of people who have like 40 vodkin pieces and still no Elton? That actually feels kind of bad for a person who's been here literally hundreds of hours. Also, I want to give you guys a pro tip. If you guys are grinding, or you want to start looking into the archaeologist map or the compass, I would recommend tagging a sage, because there's a quest you could do in here that allows you to just basically get into Ackman and Hystria for free, because the sage passive allows you to just basically get in or teleport in. Whereas if you do the quest and you're not on a sage, you just have to give one of those claw pieces, and either they're sold out or they're like 20 mil each just to get in. So tagging a sage is always nice, and especially right now during the event, you could just tag for like one of those bottle thingies, whatever the tag currency is. Yeah, pretty excited for the upcoming change at Hystria. People can make like probably consistent, maybe like 600 mils an hour consistently, and upwards like maybe a bill and a half if you get pretty decently lucky. Also, unironically, I'm here because I also do need some more red shards because, yeah, like that. I need those. So if you don't know, when you're grinding Ash Forest and you get one of those Spectre's Gazes, you need 2 of them, plus 2 black shards from Sakraya. And then you can turn that Abyssal Gaze into a Deboreka necklace. So these are like 25 mil each, and it's not that I can't afford them. It's just I'd rather not buy them. I still feel like I'm missing a buff, but I don't know. Like, I'm at Hystria, it doesn't really matter. Like, if I'm at Ash Forest or something, buffs matter more there. But here, on the other hand, I'm just like... I remember one time, I did like 2 hours here on just some random day, and I wasn't really paying attention. I had life skill crystals in, and I just literally didn't even know a difference between my clear speed. So, yeah, I guess that's just gear diff. Yeah, I think on average you can make between 20 to 22k trash loot here an hour with Agris. So that's pretty good. And then anything else is just a bonus. But like realistically, like if you are within like the 260 plus AP range, you should probably be somewhere else. This spot is not bad, but it's kind of just out of the way to the point where if you're here, you're mostly for the compass pieces, which most of the reason why you go into the desert in the first place. But at the same time, it's not bad silver. Like, I can think of a lot of worse things. Also, there are questions a lot of people asked me before. So, like, what node is the Hystria one? The answer is this one, Pilgrim Sanctum Obedience. And that one is the node where you can get the drop right there. And if you're looking for the Akhman one, it is, I believe, Encado Coast. It was added recently, and by recently I mean within the past 6 months. Yeah, a lot of good stuff I could get here. Red shards, high priority. If I get another Elton, that's cool. Red shards, free money, ancient scrolls, so I could actually have memory fragments. Did you know they raised the price of mem frags? They actually raised the price of a lot of things. And now, technically, I believe memfrags can go above 3 mil each, which they haven't really, like, if it is right now, it's only probably like 3.2. Actually, we could just check it right now. Yeah, like 3.2. You guys remember back in the day, I don't know how many of you guys have been playing BDO before the central market. So back in the day, before we had an order system, we would have pre-orders. That means whoever put the most amount of silver on an item would get the item. And people were paying like 5 mil for 1 memory fragment. And I remember definitely overpaying for a lot of dumb things that are worthless now. So, for example, like red coral earrings at Tri and Tet, those went for so much. Tungrad earrings. At Tri, they were 6 bill each. I think I paid like 10 bill. And then for a Tet, I actually don't remember. It was probably like closer to 20. I've seen people pay dumb amounts for ogres and stuff. This is all back before Deberekas even came out, so that was when like Tungrad earrings were best in slot and everything. Ogres were, I mean, ogres are still good to this day. It's just if you are higher end, you're probably going for Deberekas. Oh, that clear speed though. Just like 1-2 shotting everything. What you get for being at like a 240 zone. By the way, if you're actually like looking for the Elton piece in particular, it's not that you can't get it here, but the river rotation is probably a little bit better if you're like specifically targeting. Nice, thing's broken. I heard people are actually having issues with logins and everything. Ooh, another one. And you know, okay, so on Reddit, I saw this post where one of the GMs basically said that this game isn't optimized for Windows 11. I have been playing on 11 for a while. I wouldn't say I had many issues. I get the here and there crash every now and then, but straight up when the GM was like, yeah, this game doesn't run on Windows 11, that's how you know they don't play the game. I would actually laugh if I got another Elton piece. I don't even need it. But if you want to see what it does, basically you see how you see my body there? Compass shows you where you are in the desert. That's it. I do eventually want to go grind for the telescope, but I think I gotta go read a guide before I do that one, because it's like, it's not that I don't like learning. That's a 320 AP zone. I'm not trying to lose a 5 bill crystal there. Does dice work now? Refresh. Oh, this is broken. Guess we're not getting a prize today. But yeah, this is unironically the same rotation I did when I was doing the push versus just now. Also, getting the sealed magical or sealed black magic crystals, it's actually kind of worth a lot now. Ever since Landed the Morning Light came out and people are making all their new best in slot crystals, it's actually, the price has gone way up. So this spot actually is pretty good, just if you get a lot of bonuses on the side. The reason why you hit your Black Spirit is because things group up and like reset. It actually is really chill here. And I think maybe later we'll do another grind hour, but at probably... I do want to try Gyphon again, or maybe we'll try something else. I'm not sure. I kind of wish they added Marni Realm for the new spots, because I'm pretty sure that's pretty contested, but I don't know like how many people are actually like 320 AP plus. I'm like, I barely hit 320, and that's still felt a little bit dangerous. I always said if I ran out of massive pure magics, I would never enhance a Black Star again, but you just kind of get so many, and also I have like 2,000. I wish you can sell them, to be honest. Like, let someone who actually enjoys enhancing Black Stars on a regular, give them to Biohack. He needs them. Oh, over clearing. Yeah, 4 mil. I unironically do need some more of these sealed black magic crystals as well. So it's like W's everywhere, just getting random stuff. I'm pretty sure this exact hole right here was the one I got my Elton from. Don't know if that matters, but it's good to know, I guess. Hey, a fake compass piece. If I remember correctly, unless they changed anything, On average, with a, if you're assuming you're using a pretty decent drop rate chance, I have 300, but like 250 and up, I would get around 50 Capris, around 50 to 60 Ancient Scrolls an hour, maybe 10 to 15 sealed black magic crystals, and anything else is a bonus, like accessory drops or actual, you know, compass pieces. To work now? No. I still actually have no idea what's happening with the seasons right now, because I know it got extended, right? So what I do know is the concept of it is supposed to be like a permanent season. Well, not permanent, but I mean, like, there's no 3-month restriction to the point where you're either in or out. But I think they want to make the seasons basically more accessible to everyone, so like you can start whenever you feel like it. And I think that's a good thing. I just don't know when things are happening. Like, they just kind of keep extending the dates and everything. And what they should have done, or if I was a developer, here's what I would have done. Okay, so we end the current season, like whatever this one, end the season or summer one, right? And then I would make an announcement as a developer in the patch notes and be like, okay, so upcoming next season, what we're gonna do is start making it a little bit more permanent, and people can start and graduate whenever they want, as many times, however it works, right? But right now, it's just a confusing mess because all the people that already graduated, I guess you're just locked out until next year or something. I don't know. Or maybe you can make a new one. I haven't tried it. But if I can make a new season, that's cool. I don't know what I'd make, actually. Maybe a ranger? So it's not like I can't just level up all the characters I have now. Also, you know how you can, like, if you get a lot of compass pieces, you can get them identified. Do you get knowledge out of that? Or is it just an identification thing? Because when I got my Elton one, I knew where all my pieces were, so I never had to identify any of them in particular. But I guess this doesn't really matter. But if you get knowledge out of it, I messed up. I also, one thing with Dark Knights, so I know Comma Slash had quote-unquote true damage versus the other ones were different, but man, Comma Slash feels like it does so much more damage than like literally every other ability. And I know that because Comma Slash got nerfed, and basically this is something people would do all the time, and you just like nuke people. That skill definitely deserved to be nerfed, and let's be honest, all Dark Knights kind of abused it back when they were considered top of the line S tier class. Now they're back in check, back in the middle. wonder why they shifted the Marni realm like clock thingy or the enter button. Like it's, in theory, it should be the same spot, right? About 3 rows of scrolls so far. That's good. Also, yes, compass pieces can drop from the trespasser things, so I've been told. Still not sure. I think Afuarus can drop compass pieces, but I think it's only the Akhman one. I'm not sure though. I've seen a screenshot of people getting it and it's like from an Afuaru. I think that's like winning the lottery itself in general. Does this dumb thing work now? Oh, it works. Cool. Come on, just give me like a Tundra necklace one time. You know what they should do one day? They should add a grind spot that just gives cron stones. I guess it's the same thing as like getting a Capra stone, but like it would have to be at a significant rate to the point where it's actually worth grinding at a spot for cron stones itself, and that's like the majority it gives. I don't know, like a couple hundred an hour plus trash loot and everything. And it would have to be like significantly, maybe like at least 300 trons an hour plus loot. People always made fun of me when I had the Morning Star on my ferry, but then when you grind cave locations like Hystria, you can't see anything. It's good. I know you can just buy those fireflies for like 10 silver, but yeah, right. Not do that. Because this one you can turn on and off, whereas the other one is like, here, you use it? Well, I guess you're stuck with the light for an hour. I got 30 minutes on my buff. I still can't help but I feel like I'm missing a critical buff. I know I'm missing church ones, but that's not really relevant for Hystria. Then again, most of these buffs for Hystria are relevant. I should just write it down one day and be like, okay, these are all the buffs I need. I usually do pretty good when I actually go to like higher end spots. But then again, like once you're at higher end spots, you have so many buffs it goes off the bar and you can't even see it. Kind of funny. That's one other thing that I thought was something that actually needed to be fixed as a quality of life was the buff bar. If you decide you want to use 20 elixirs plus all the other food buffs and everything, you should be able to see all the buffs, not like getting cut off at 25 or something. I think I'm over clearing if I don't see the ads over there. Yep, over clearing. Alright, Pearl Abyss, if you give me another Elton piece, I'll buy pearls. I don't even know what I would do with the second compass. Actually, yeah, I do. I would put it on my sailing character so I could do ocean content again. But it's like right now, I barely even use this one. So one thing I've always offered to people was if you need a compass somewhere, like to a town or something, what I did before was like, you know how every week there's a land at a morning light, everyone goes to do their bosses and stuff on reset. People would compass each other to land at a morning light or back, and that was basically it. But yeah, if you guys see me online and you need a compass to like town or something, chances are it'll be Heidel or Velia. But if you need a compass from like land in a morning light or something, let me know. Happy to help people. That one just kind of like spawned. After this hour, I'm gonna check the Marni realm because I'm pretty sure like the timer, you know how it says enter right now, right? Back in the day, it would be on the other side as well, so I don't think they changed anything, but I just wanted to like double check where it is. Also, you know, there's another topic I want to talk about, which is the whole upcoming 12-hour Marni realm. So the way Pearl Abyss described it is, so right now we have 1 hour and 5 minutes of Marni realm every single day. Golden standard. What they're going to change it to is you get 1 hour and then maybe it'll be 1 hour and 5, but basically 1 hour, and then basically when your time is at 0, you take an hour to replenish that time again, and then basically on off every hour. And I think that's overall a good thing. Like, as a person who's geared myself, I think it's a good thing that people can grind in peace. And like, I definitely understand where people are coming from. They're like, oh, the game is going to be like less open world. And let's be honest, I've been playing this game for 7 years. How often are you running into other people? And it's really only at the high-end areas where you might find duel for spots, like, I don't know, centaurs maybe? Centaurs, orcs or something, maybe Gyphon. But let me actually tell you what it's really like as a person who's grinded basically every spot in the game in the years I've been playing. So when you're at really high-end areas, like 300 plus, I think most people are pretty respectful because, as you guys know, crystal loss, not the greatest thing. No one likes it. It doesn't matter. And so people are generally asked, like, hey, how long are you going to be here? How much longer do you have on your time? Or something like that. And then you either wait or swap channels. So at very high-end spots, at least the people I've encountered, kind of respectful. And, like, when you're at a very high-end spot where everyone is geared like 300 plus, you know other people are geared as well. So that's one thing. Do I still have any duel for spots? Not really. I'm gonna like, not as often. So either way, when people say they don't see people, they're not gonna see people in their grind spot, let's be real. Do you really ever want to be seeing people contest you? And here's how I would fix it. As a player myself, if you were the kind of person that wants to do a lot of open world PvP, I think they should add a few more Arsha channels. So like right now we have Arsha for season and normal Arsha. What I think they should do to fix that is add like 2 more Arsha channels. And you know how there's a cap, right? So you have 300 and then 400 if you have castle and is it castle and Arsha? So it would be at 400 if you are basically a high-end PvPer. What they should do is raise that to 500, so give you a bonus for Arsha buffs. So that means it's like high risk, high reward. Have 3 Arsha channels, and of course Arsha you cannot go into Marni realm. That's how it is right now as well. So I think that would make it so for all the people who want to PvP, you can just go to that channel, get higher rewards for it, enjoy your PvP. And for the other people, you can just have your Marni realm spots. I think everyone wins, right? Sounds good. That's how I would do it, at least. Because like right now I'm at Hystria. It's not really the most contested spot. I do see people here every now and then, but like I'm not even in a Marni realm. We have seen 0 people. And yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a real non-issue. One thing I would like to see, though, is actual rates on some of these considered treasure items, like compass, archaeologist map. I'm pretty sure the compass was data mined to be like 0.0002 or something very stupid. But with enough hours, you'll eventually get it. Honestly, I feel like I'm an example. If I can do it, anyone can do it. 'Cause the past year is like, I feel like I've gotten lazier in this game. I remember when I first started this game, I really enjoyed this game, and you know, grind like 5 hours a day. Granted, 7 years ago, I had more free time than I do now as I get older, but I don't know. Nowadays, if I do like 1 or 2 hours a day, that's considered good. Usually I do my hour, go do something else. Maybe play another hour at night, Node War, something else. Who knows? But if you guys have ever seen my other videos of like how to do this, those guide videos, yeah, those are still pretty accurate. And that's exactly what I would do. Also, we've got 20 minutes left. Pearl Abyss. I know Wusas are the most cracked classes for PvE right now, followed by probably Zerker, Megu. But I don't want to see Wusa ever get nerfed. I know they're really strong, but I think what I would do is buff the other classes to be competitive with Wusa for PvE. And how would I do that for Dark Knight? Increase the range of some of my abilities. Not even the damage per se, just the range. Like, for example, you know how Wusa has that like, lightning rain thingy? What do Dark Knights have? We have a Wheel of Fortune. It's not even the same. That's our biggest hitting. Then we have Spirit Legacy. That sometimes doesn't even hit 6 enemies, whereas Wusa Rain hits like 12. And what else would I change? Comma Slash, make the AoE a little bit longer, left and right wise. Yeah, I think just for a lot of classes, increasing the radius would actually fix so many problems. It's not even the damage itself. How many scrolls do we have? We have 5 rows, so that's each one is like 8. So that's like 42 scrolls already. That's pretty good. I got 11 sealed thingies. That's pretty good. I need all of them. Oh yeah, today's Saturday. That also means boss splits reset tonight. And oh my god, I don't know. Let's see what did I get? Ugh, rank 4 on that one. I think I did bad on all of them, like this week. Like my times are not great. I messed up a few things, but at the end of the day, I enjoy boss splits. It's after you do them all. I kind of wish you just got a reward for the first time completion, but every time. Even if we got like 10 bundles, like one for completion every week and then one from the weekly like leaderboard thing. The reward would still be trash, but it would fix people being able to get gear and steers and stuff. So here's how Okay, so this is what I have. I have a gear inst here. Here's how I got it. You put an order on all of them and just let it sit, and then you'll probably get it within 1 month. And you're probably gonna have to create them from like the smaller ones. So just keep that in mind. Like what I just have like 3 extra fragments, even though I have the big 5 build here, just in case I die and lose it. So the gear-in ones are the ones you don't sell, but like I think you can actually get the purple ones now, and red ones just sit on the market, which is good. Let me actually see. Yeah, you can buy purples and everything. Cool. Also, another thing some people ask me is the Black Spirit Pass for this thing worth it? I think in terms of value, you get a lot of value out of it. Is it worth $35 though? That's up to you, but value-wise, like if I was a new player, I'd probably do it. It depends on where you are in the game, realistically. I think if you're an endgame player, you probably don't need it. Probably irrelevant. Here, let's talk about what you might get that's good. 100 stack. All of these are really irrelevant, to be honest. The only thing that might be good is the Golden Blessing and the costumes, but everything else, who cares? Value, yes. Endgame player, probably don't need it. Beginner player, probably nice to have. But I think the breakdown, like, if I were to take a guess on the demographic of people buying those, the battle pass is people who are in the mid tier of the game, and you're probably between like 240 to 285 AP if you bought it. If I had to take a wild guess, because that's when cronstones are like the most important to you. And like, it's not that like endgame players like myself wouldn't benefit from it, it's just we don't need it as much. But I mean, like, if you had infinite money, like, I don't care, do what you want. I'm not telling you what to do. Oh, I'm grinding at Hystria for no reason. Got 50 Capris. Alright, yeah, like, this is pretty accurate on like what I told you that my averages are. Uh-oh. Hey, another sealed pistol. I remember I had over 1,000 of those sealed things back when they weren't really worth much. This is before Land of the Morning Light, and I had no idea what to do with them. Man, I feel bad for selling them. I was like, hey, 3 billion silver, or 2 billion. Now here we are. Could have had 6 billion. But yeah, you guys remember when I did that video on enhancing Blackstar and then we like 2-tapped a Tet? Yeah, right after that, we did another one and it didn't go as well because I have one at Pride now and we started at 100 again and we are at a 170 stack. That didn't feel good. That's just RNG balancing. I saw that in my inventory. I was like, a yellow item? No, it's just one of those seal things. Overall, I would consider this, like, right now, a pretty average hour. I got 7 minutes left, but pretty average. U-turn for that, Afuaru. Yep, pretty standard hour though. Unless we get, I don't know, Elton piece right now. I think I would unironically go for a second compass. We got an Elton right now. Admittedly, Akhman, it's easier, but man, the entire like map layout confused me more. Like, I think you start on the 3rd floor, and then you do like a giant square, but then there's multiple paths, so you can go different routes instead of a square. That did not make sense at all, but if you know, you know. I think I have a video of it. But like, Hystria here, it's just a big like figure 8 circle, whereas Akhman is 4 rooms, 4 squares. Dang, I thought I got a real compass part. Hey, 20,000 loot. Hog. Too bad the change isn't going to be retroactive, so like if we were to grind here and just hold all the trash loot, it would be worth more later. Sadly, they're not doing that, so I'll just sell it without worries. If you have like 3 million trash loot for some reason that you didn't sell it, it's whatever. See if we can hit 21,000 loot in 3 minutes. Then after our hour ends, I'll calculate the totals and let you know what we made. But if I had to take a wild guess, it's probably around like 600-700 mil. Not the best, but for Hystria, man, it was a chill hour actually. I enjoy talking to all of you guys about random stuff. Okay, we got 1 minute left, and yeah, I think we can make 21K. That'd be easy. Elton in the next 1 minute. Come on, game. "40 seconds, let's go." You know, it actually, I know we have the 100% drop rate buff event going on now. But man, it feels good to not have to pay 50 mil for a tent. Still be able to hit 300. You guys should be grinding now, to be honest. Like, this is the time to be going for whatever. All right, once you get back to our camp, we'll call it. So basically, 21,500 loot. Very average for me. Okay, what did we get? We got 63 Capra stones, which is probably a little bit under 180 mil. About 200 black stones, and holy, that's a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 59 scrolls and 21.5k loot. 2 of those. If I had to guess, let's calculate this. About 330 mil off trash loot. Another 180 off Caparus. That's about 500 probably, maybe a little bit less. Another 60 from scrolls. So assuming you were to sell them and not run them, that's probably another 130 mil. And then 3 times almost 20, that's like 55 mil. Another 20 mil. Yeah, so I would say about like 7, a little, probably around 700 mil for Hystria is not bad. So whenever they do the buff in like 2 weeks, I think it'll be fine. So yeah, with that said, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.